Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot1025fm.com.
Peace, peace, peace. You already know what time it is. This your man LaRon MC.
And your boy Just Tracks.
And this is Craft Conversations. Fly culture talk, dope craft beers. You already know what to do. Pop open your favorite craft beer, sit down and let's talk.
And vibe out.
Check. Check, check. Peace, 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 peace.
Yo.
Yo.
I saw a white woman on a bicycle today with black hair bundles tied to her head.
Come on, man.
Like
Come on with the foolery, man.
No, I mean seriously, like
She was naturally blonde, but she had black hair bundles.
look. So look, we driving up to her. She on the bike. You can see it look like a black girl because of the hair bundles and shit.
Come on,
right?
man.
And then like, look,
man.
no, listen.
Right.
When you pull to the side, she got blonde hair, like slick back blonde hair, and then like the black bundles.
That shit crazy, bro.
Remember this show focuses on current topics in the culture, including but not limited to the art scene, music scene, more specifically hip-hop, the foodie scene, and of course the craft beer scene. These are opinionated topics that stem from bar talk with the homies.
We need the applause after that.
But we all fueled by good-ass craft beers. We got to be quick on the applause. I ain't even got my shit up. Yoni asked me today, like, do you be using that sound thing on your phone for the radio show? And I'm like, yes. There we go. Oh, nah, look. Wrong.
Back at it, y'all. All three of us back in the building, bro. Something gotta go crazy.
Word up. What's on your pilot segment? Remember, if you're watching on Facebook Live right now, make sure you hit us in the comments. Let us know what tops you popping. We about to tell y'all what we sipping on. And right now in the in the plastic cup, I got P-Frame Juicy IPA.
He said P. I keep hearing P now, man.
Pushing please.
What? What?
I got a session stout brew with coffee, 4.5. This is called Sunrise from Esker and Hart. Beechwood Green Cheek Beer Company, Always in Style IPA, 7.5 on the Rick Torial scale.
Nice.
And last but not least, I got Lead Dog Churro Please, which is a stout with cinnamon and natural flavors. Go cast some spells in your head, in your weird space domain with this ale.
Churro, please.
With cinnamon and natural flavors.
Oh, okay. Churro, please. Gotcha.
Churro Please.
Churro, please. I want some Mexican food.
And we got...
That shit tastes like a churro, though.
No, we gonna see. We got some cups. And we got Abel Baker Atomic Duck.
Oh, yeah. We in the building with the Atomic Duck. Blow your mind. Boom.
Hey,
It's always a classic. Shout out to Abel Baker.
Do black dudes that walk around with white women purposely avoid eye contact with other brothers?
Oh, that's interesting.
We asking you.
That's interesting. I don't think so. Nah, I would say probably. I don't do that shit, but I would say probably. I probably done it once or twice. I don't know. Depending on how many niggas is out there.
You had to really think. You had to put on a strong exterior.
Probably, hold up.
Then this shit cracked. Then he came out a little bit.
Come to think of it.
Sounds familiar.
Come to think of it, I might have, on occasion, Nah, I'm serious.
I cannot get out. That was the one, boy. I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit, my fault. I'm introing this all wrong. We just in a really good space.
Good. Shout out
this
to the
is
people.
episode 120. We calling this one
Bing,
Guns
bing,
and
bing,
Cameras.
bing.
Guns and Cameras 120.
Hey man, that's big time. That's big
Guns
time.
and cameras.
Yes, Guns and Cameras.
Man.
Guns and Cameras.
That's what we naming the episode.
That's what we naming this
All
one.
right.
We naming this one today. So
All right, let's do it.
the reason why I said I asked that question is because I was just walking through the district and like I seen a brother, and you know most of the people I be excited to speak to black folks still.
Yeah.
When I see other black folks, I'm like, yo, what up? Something, head nod, whatever. I seen some shit a little while ago where they was explaining where the head nod came from.
The head nod, the up and down.
Yeah, it had something to do with
I don't know.
It had something to do with slave culture, like
I know it's different because the white people want to be like the down
Yeah.
head, and the black people want to be like the. They probably like, watch out, nigga. Hey, watch your head, watch out, nigga.
Well,
Keep your head up, watch out, nigga.
they were saying it had something to do with the gang theory, right? Where it's more than two black people in the space to consider the gang, some shit like that. And it was black people.
That's where Monkeys in a Barrel came from too. You remember that?
Why are monkeys in a barrel?
More than two black people outside on the corner, if they laughing and having fun, the white people didn't want to hear that, so they have to stick their head down in a barrel to talk and laugh with each other.
Whoa.
And that's how they called it Monkeys in a Barrel, nigga. I used to play that game as a kid. I ain't never played that game.
I never heard that shit.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Wow.
Tipping came from slavery too. You probably heard that one.
Yeah. But they were saying that they didn't want, it got to a point where they were trying to make sure that black people weren't communicating with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the head nod gesture shit came from.
Hey, our ancestors were smart as fuck. They figured out ways all around all that shit.
But I seen his brother, he was walking with a white woman. I don't know if it was because he was walking with a white woman or if it was just
Like he was avoiding you?
Yeah. So like I was, you know what I'm saying? Like we coming down cross sections of we coming in opposite directions down the street. They coming this way, I'm going that way. And I see him and I try to, you know what I'm saying, engage. Head nod, boom,
Right.
something. And like this motherfucker did everything in his
That nigga looked
power, right? Like he looked over me and shit, like around.
Right.
Then I'm like, I thought about it, like, does that happen? Like all the time? Is that like I don't know.
Yeah. No, I guarantee you it happens, bro. For sure. Too bad, man. He could have head nodded with a great one, bro. That's all good.
You never know, man.
No.
Do we lose anybody this week? How was we doing on
The people, as far as like celebrities, no,
just people, man?
Anybody.
shit.
I actually lost a close friend of mine, man, to a OD from San Francisco.
Condolences, man.
less than a
Sorry
week
to hear
ago,
that.
Man. So, RIP to Andrew, man. Like his folks flying him back to Kentucky for his service, man. And you know, I ain't gonna get into it, but RIP to a real one, man, for real.
Word, RIP. So, yeah. Where do we want to start?
Shit, Kanye got married again.
I just saw that, man.
She looked just like him, just like one of them Kardashians. This nigga, everybody he dated, remember that one girl he dated right after they broke up?
Yeah.
Too, looked just like her, like a little
Oh yeah, he was dating
Kim
that
K.
chick.
Light.
Yeah,
he
she's
made a
like
girl that
lookalike.
looked just like that. I don't
Just
even
right
know
back
who
to
this girl
it.
is.
You not married, are you?
I'm not married now.
You not married, but you was married.
I mean, I'm married and, you know.
Yeah, as far as not, you know.
Yeah, I ain't getting the government
So,
all in my shit.
Been there, done that.
Are you, so that's a no for you. Like you're not thinking about getting married again. Ever.
Probably not.
Is it because of the first marriage, or is it just because you? Right.
You said what?
I said we're gonna edit.
Is
We gotta
Britt
edit that
listening?
tape later. That was said probably not.
Is Britt listening?
No, she ain't listening. Hey, probably not, man. That shit ones and dones,
Yeah,
bro.
you did it already, yeah.
Been there, done that. That
Half
shit ain't
half
shit.
of them don't end
That
up
shit
the
ain't
right
shit
way.
but a piece of paper, nigga. Straight up.
It helps when you like get sick or some shit like
Yeah,
that. Motherfuckers gotta. I mean, there's some fucking something to it. I feel like it's just a piece of paper too. My intentions was never to be like, yeah, let's go meet me at the altar in the church.
See,
you
like for me, marriage should be like a one-time thing. Like, cause
it's a contract.
What you think about these people that like a business contract? That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not supposed to be a business contract. So if you do get into that contract at one time on the business side, and you have the government being the arbiter of your shit, like in the middle of it, yeah, I don't think you need to go through that more than one time. To be honest, it's one time, and if it didn't work, then it probably wasn't the right route to go.
I know motherfuckers that's like under
Love
33.
and marriage ain't the same thing.
They got married like 3 times already.
Right, what you think about motherfuckers who get serially married and shit? Like,
I dated a chick that was. I dated a chick that had
weird.
Like, I dated a chick that had like 3 marriages, bro.
I feel like is marriage even that serious to you?
Yeah, for some people it is, bro.
Some people don't know how to be alone. I'll put it that one. That's one of the reasons. Like cats don't be wanting to be out here.
Lonely, baby,
man,
so lonely.
Can I nigga a cup, man? What the fuck, you a barbarian?
Until I'm not, nigga.
Nigga, that's.
What are you doing? Etiquette. Now I'm about to pass you this churro too, man. So you get some of that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, you already got some dick.
That was the last cup. Passing that churro. Word up. All right, look. So I wanted to talk about this. I had this kids thing on the docket, and the last 3 episodes we haven't been able to talk about it because we begin so far into other shit.
Yeah. Starting off with Kanye, we can't do that no more.
Right. You see how I'm just trying to sway right on past. Yeah.
Niggas like, we lost Kanye.
Niggas
really thought they lost that.
We did lose that.
No, that nigga out here getting remarried and shit.
Yeah, he got money though, so yeah, all right.
Word. So the kid take. Let me make sure I do this properly. Who was I listening to? I'm trying to just for some a back drop to, you know what I'm saying, the situation.
Context,
so
yeah.
I was listening to some motherfuckers and they was talking about having children and the saying that he said to his child, because I guess he was well off because he spent a lot of his time doing like business moves, moving around, taking care of business and shit. And he told the kid when they got older and they were complaining about not having proper time with their parent, he told them, the reason you have everything you have is because I wasn't there type shit. Mm-hmm. So I started thinking, is it better to have kids early or late? Or is time away to make money, like generational wealth or whatever, better, or being broke together? Because like children at some point don't really care about what you got materialistically.
Right.
If they don't see you.
Right.
They're like, yo, I want to see this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I would say, I don't know what you know. I say babies early is better. So that way I'm gonna get them out the way. So like by the time you in your 40s or early 50s or whatever, they already grown and all that, and you still got the rest of your shit ahead of you. Like, having kids helps you grow also and develop into a better person. So I'm more on that side of have them early, but, everybody can't handle that, obviously.
That's true. There's a maturity aspect to it, too, where, like, some cats will have kids early, and they not ready, and you can tell by the kids being raised that they're not ready. And that affects the children.
It does.
As well. But the trade-off of moving around to secure funding for a family is time, right? Because you have to. The time is what it takes to make
the bread and the moves and
right.
Yeah.
What do you tell a child that's not your child? I don't mean child like still a child. Like they could be like grown. What do you tell them if they were to complain? I know you don't have this problem because niggas been around their kids. Like
right.
If they come to you as an adult and be like, yo, like, why wasn't you there?
Man, fuck them kids.
Oh,
He got the finger on the button.
On the button.
Fuck them kids.
We gotta have the.
I love my kids, man. I don't fuck them kids, but niggas is getting too serious for a bit, man.
Honestly, it come down to philosophy and values, right? Like
this nigga go with philosophy.
It always comes down.
Hey man, pass me that extra cup, man.
Yo, let them cook, man. Let them cook.
I was trying to get it out of there. If you can get it out of there.
Oh man, you put your fingers on it.
I was trying to.
It's enough. Hold up. Let them cook.
Well, look.
Go ahead, cook.
Yeah, so parenting is all about philosophy in the first place, right? Not all about it. You got to actually take care of the kid, like physically and practically. But it's all about you teaching them what values they're going to have in life. And you can't expect, every parent, every family to go by the same values. So if maybe that's how in your family you learn that monetary security is perhaps the most important thing.
What kind of security?
Monetary. Money.
Monetary, okay.
Financial. Is the most important thing, and then you start, building with love and relationship. For some families, it's about loyalty or legacy first, and then it's about love. For some families, it's about love first, and nothing else matters. It kind of depends on how you want to go, right?
If you ain't got money, you can't do nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people with money ain't happy. So it's like, are you parenting your kids to be? You want your kids to be well off as adults, right? You want them to be well off financially or well off as a human being, happy. What's more important?
The ideal thing would be both, right?
Well,
you don't want them to be a good person struggling. You want to, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's where the difficulty comes in.
It always come last, brother.
Right.
It tastes like coffee.
It's the trade-off, man, because you need the time to make the money, but they want the time as well. But they don't realize when they're younger that they're gonna want. But they're going to need the money when they get to a certain age. So it's it's a very difficult.
Now I can see how as a parent, if you spend all that time when they was growing up making the money,
you need some money.
We get crazy. But if you spend all that time doing that so that they could have all these options as adults, that churro, good. And then they get all them options as an adult, but then the only thing they focus on is the time you didn't spend with them to give them those options. I can see how you might feel some kind of way, but that means that you didn't do. If you're not going to be around your kids all the time, you got to have some kind of way. It's still, at least from the father's side, because usually the father's away more often. Like obviously that's stereotypical, but in general, in culture, the father's going to be more out, more doing more stuff to go secure more resources. So you still got to find a way to to make that philosophy make sense to your child, like as they're growing up. If you do it separate from them, and then later on as an adult, you tell them, well, I did all that for you, but as a kid, they wasn't understanding that.
Exactly.
And you probably fucked up your whole communication system while you was trying to do that.
I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily a fuck up of communication.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we all learn anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like the good parents, and this is just my opinion, learn from the children at the same time where they're teaching the children.
I agree.
So
now, you think the real ambitious money making out all the time making money parents is like taking tips from their kids? They should, but I don't know.
No, I don't think so at all.
No, they just out there getting money.
Like I was telling one of my daughters,
this is how it works. You can't. This is what it is.
Yeah, you gotta show them this way. But like,
motherfuckers be in a room sleep. You know not to go in that fucking room while they sleep because motherfucker got about 2-3 jobs.
My kids don't know that shit at all. They will come in that motherfucker and be like, "Yo, what's happening? What you mean what's happening? I'm trying to rest for work."
What is
all right, nigga, what the fuck that mean?
My nigga going through the whole Rolodex.
You're just gonna run down the line.
Sound cards, y'all gonna see.
That shit's some funny shit, bro.
What was that a picture of, nigga? You clicked it.
A confused dog, nigga.
And you said we being too serious today. I only got serious shit on this list.
That's a serious world.
It's childish.
I got mad serious shit on the list. All right, so what do you want to talk about? You the PG right now. You the point guard.
Damn, man. Goddamn, you put me on the spotlight. I'm like a deer in the headlights right now, man. Come on now, man. Goddamn, man. Goddamn, man. I don't know, man. Let's talk about shit. Niggas trying to go back to the moon. Y'all heard about that shit?
Oh, man. Where the sound effects
at? Why not? Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to let you cook. What's that? What do you mean going back to the moon? What?
Niggas trying to go back to the moon, bro.
And what you think about that?
I think that shit's stupid.
You think they shouldn't go?
Yeah, bro.
I heard they trying to set up a base on that motherfucker.
Well, I think they trying to go before Russia get there. Or China. I think China trying to.
So it's a contest.
Yeah, it's basically trying to whoever get to the moon because China already trying to.
It's a biggest nuts contest. Like who got the biggest nuts?
Yeah, because China already trying to put their stake in the claim on the moon. Like, hey, that's ours.
Oh, bro, we built the space.
The moon is ours.
We built the space force. So
that's wild, nigga. That's wild for somebody to be like, yo, the moon's ours.
Well, what's the difference between that and saying that this plot of land is ours now?
It's a big difference. That shit is in space. Nigga.
It's an object that's owned by nobody.
That might have been the same difference between Christopher Columbus going over to fucking the West Indies.
Christopher Columbus was a... All right.
That's a 3-month trip, right? You can go to the moon in a week.
Go ahead
to the moon in 1 week, bro.
Go ahead and eat, man.
You can get there in 3 days.
I'm going to let him cook. Go ahead. Go ahead. Cook that meal.
You said because it's far. That was your reasoning, right?
No, I didn't say that it was far was my reasoning.
Okay.
I said that it's not on the fucking planet. So I don't understand. First of all, I don't agree with people divvying out land and shit on the planet.
The governments do it all the time, though. They be selling property. There's so much property, bro. You ever took that drive between Cali and like in Vegas?
Yeah, but
it's like so much fucking land, but it's like, man, all this shit is probably like government owned.
But that's what I'm saying. I know it happens because that's just life. I don't necessarily agree with it. But what I'm saying is like, as a joke, it's very wild for niggas to look up in the sky and be like,
that's my moon.
The moon is ours.
Yeah, bro.
Now they let you pay like $500 to name it. You get your own star that you can You got to look through a special telescope.
Once we get there, nigga, we're going to plant a Russian flag on the moon, and the moon is
We put an American flag on the moon.
Well,
why they ain't just put a world flag on that bitch?
Imperialism knows no bounds.
Why they ain't put a world flag on that bitch?
If somebody can get there, they'll try to take it.
You think niggas went to the moon?
Man,
do I think niggas went to the moon? I do think niggas went.
That's a big conspiracy right there, bro.
I did.
Niggas like they were just jumping on. They say you speed that footage up because they like slow the footage down and everything, bro.
It was deep faking, bro.
You think motherfuckers went to the moon, bro?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. I do.
What they did when they got up there?
Only because of years of research.
And
I seen all the anti-research. And I don't believe it because it's not impossible that they did not believe it, because based on my own analytical proclivity, I feel like everything that has come out of the trips to the moon.
The moon rocks?
And the science and all that
Somebody brought you a rock, said it's a moon rock.
They didn't bring it to me, per se.
Nigga, that rock from Reno, nigga.
Hell yeah,
it's a moon rock.
Honestly, I think overall it's harder to... essentially, I think it's harder to maintain a lie that big than to lie about it. I mean, to maintain it for 60 years, it's harder to do that. Because look at everything else that came out of the space travel. You can't say space travel isn't... If the travel to the moon wasn't real, was space travel even real in the first place? Some people say space travel ain't even real.
I think they try to get it to a point...
all the satellites is on the ground. They just beaming shit to each other.
I think they try to get space travel to a point where it's just all privatized so they can make a whole new industry off of it, so like the government ain't got to pay money to do all this shit. It's gonna just be like private companies doing all that shit, bro. That's what they trying to do. They trying to. You got Virgin. What else you got? You got Blue Origin.
Blue Origin, yeah, the Amazon.
Then you got fucking Jeff Bezos. Yeah, that's Blue Origin.
And you got SpaceX.
SpaceX. Then you got some other shit. So you got other startups.
I think it was only a matter of time before niggas with enough money would privatize it.
They should have been doing this shit since the 70s.
Privatize the moon.
Space travel.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have a permit to do that shit because it's classified as a weapon.
Who checking permits on the moon?
No, because you gotta think. You building these fucking rockets that can reach all this different shit. You know what I'm saying? They only let certain companies do that shit.
Who got lunar jurisdiction out this motherfucker?
Right? Like if I went up there, bro, they have to come and stop me physically.
Right.
God damn, so you really ain't free. So you can't even build a rocket and blast off of this motherfucker if you want to.
I got a problem with the nigga that's building a rocket in a barn like in rural Texas or some shit.
Smallville, Kansas.
No, you good? You good with that? Was the nigga building a rocket in like Wichita?
Yeah,
Wichita.
Why not? Why not? Somebody built a plane in Wichita first.
Man, a plane and a rocket, two different things.
Yeah,
bro.
But not before a plane was a plane. It wasn't. It was both death traps, right? Until nigga got the one nigga that made it work got famous. So you hear about the rest of them.
So you don't see the difference between building something that flies around the atmosphere in the airspace of
they ain't gonna let
America
that shit happen, bro.
I mean, not America, of the Earth, as opposed to somebody building some shit
not in terms of what it means.
Let me finish. That will break through the firmament or whatever, the atmospheric whatever, and go off the planet into space?
Yeah, I mean they different vehicles, but
the fuck was that?
They different vehicles, but the concept is the same, bruh. It's just a faster
You
plane
like
that goes down
you
to
break
space.
everything down to like the
What's the difference between the Wright brothers and the people who built the rocket in Wichita? Man?
A big difference.
It's
a big difference.
Yeah, it's
as
like
long as you
rocket
can do it
science.
safe, as long as you can do
Word
it,
up. Rocket
as long
science
as
is
you can do
totally
it
different
safely.
from aerodynamics and
A
like,
lot of lots and algebra.
What was aerodynamics before aerodynamics was a field? It was a fantasy. It was a pipe dream.
It was
It's like rocket science.
But who's arguing it being a fantasy though?
But that's what I'm saying. Like all it is just the next step in the evolution of technology to me. I guess it seems like it's on the same pathway.
But that's not what I'm arguing. I'm not arguing from a superbly deep, whatever the hell. However
I mean, a
far
rocket is
deep you
more
throw it.
dangerous than a plane. I guess. That's
Of course,
what you're saying.
it is, but that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying that it's wow for. There's a different type of wow. So you're going all the way back to where there were no cars and.
Yeah, but we've been in the informational age for what, 20 plus, almost 30
It
years.
is kind of wild for a motherfucker to be building like a rocket.
But here's the thing, though. You build a plane. Going all the way back to like Wright Brothers shit or wherever the fuck.
Anybody can build they got kits where you can build airplanes.
Word.
Niggas ain't just building rockets.
Rocket fuel.
In 100 years, they will have rocket
Listen,
kits.
man, a launch is a fucking explosion.
Yeah.
It's a big
controlled explosion, bro.
Shooting you up off the planet. That is a
and they got to be strong enough to withstand like gravity and shit.
Right, yo, like if we arguing that's not a big difference between building something that flies around the planet that we already
that shit
own.
Literally shake the earth when that shit blast off, bro.
I ain't got no problem with old what's his name in Wichita building a rocket. If he blow himself up, that's on him. But he might make it, and then he might. If he make it though, if he make it, you know what I'm saying? Then he in the game. Somebody got to try.
He in the game.
Somebody got to try.
In the game.
I ain't gonna do that shit. But somebody got to try that.
They don't want us to leave.
Elon Musk rocket blew up, and he ain't even in Wichita. Nigga.
That nigga had a lot of rockets that blew up, but the motherfuckers had to blow up in order for them to work, though.
Y'all didn't see that shit in the sky a couple months ago.
My thing is, niggas not even trying to. And I'm using niggas loosely before people start talking shit about me saying
people
niggas. People are using, are trying to fucking claim the moon, and you got homeless, all these people homeless. You can't even take care of like the homeless crisis on the planet that you own, and you trying to shoot to other. I don't know.
I mean, you could take care of the homeless problem. It's not an
no, but they're not. But they're not doing it.
Don't nobody want to deal with that shit.
Since we're playing semantics, since
we're
playing semantics, let me backtrack so I can make sure that I use the term that won't get you going into wherever the hell you're going.
There's always an opposing term, bro. Don't drive yourself too crazy.
No, I'm saying if I say motherfuckers is like doing such and such, like I see how you like go super deep, and I'm not even speaking that deeply. They're not taking care of, let me put it that way. They're not taking care of the homeless problem so where was that?
California?
Hold up. No, everywhere. Because
California is really bad.
It's bad in California, it's bad out here too.
It's hey, bro, you know how
hold up.
Everywhere the weather's nice.
Y'all, you pieces you been living in Vegas, how worse it's gotten, like with the homeless shit.
So look, more cities and states make homeless encampments a crime, leaving low-income people with fewer options. So,
they're doing that in Oakland too. They trying to raise down these homeless camps and just push them out to other cities and shit.
But that's the crazy thing about it. Like, if motherfuckers is homeless and they already can't find housing, you think that they mobile enough to when you run them off of certain areas where you don't want homeless encampments to be, that they can just travel to other cities and be homeless. Like, I feel like it, I don't know.
Sometimes they actually bus them to other cities because they believe that. That's
them dumping their problems off to somebody else.
Like old dude did with them migrants. What was the nigga name that did that shit in Florida?
Where he took the Mexican migrants and dropped them off at Kamala Harris' house on Christmas Eve?
Shit. That shit was fucking crazy,
that was 8-degree weather, nigga. Just dropped them off and just left them, nigga.
Oh, shit.
That's some fucked up ass shit, bro.
That's just grown men playing politics with people's lives, nigga. These niggas is standing out there.
Like, that nigga need to get bitch smacked. Somebody need to smack the fuck out that nigga, bro. Like, that's fucked up. You literally playing with human lives like they fucking, like they chess pieces, bro.
Stupid to me, bro. So
that shit ain't even funny.
You really gonna send like people who don't know what's up? So you're gonna allow them to come in illegally on purpose, and you're gonna facilitate their transfer all the way across the whole contiguous American United States from the south all the way to the north, and drop them off from the vice president's house, and then what?
Why you using so many big words today, bro?
I've been reading a lot lately. I've been doing a lot of history shit. The contiguous United States. I've been seeing that word a lot.
How do y'all feel about the dude that played Jeffrey Dahmer winning the Golden Globe?
I mean,
so
somebody liked it.
A victim's mother suggests that Evan Peters, which was his name, winning the Golden Globe is dangerous. Her quote is, "There's a lot of sick people around the world. People winning acting roles from playing killers keeps the obsession going, and this makes sick people thrive on the fame."
Yeah, I think it's an indictment on culture in general. Honestly, I think she's right.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sick that nigga won an award for playing this.
I mean, I ain't gonna say his acting wasn't good, but I mean, there's a morality factor to that, right?
This nigga was chopping off heads and fucking them, bro.
But I mean, Denzel's first Oscar role was for being a crooked cop. I was mad about that. I thought he should have won for Remember the Titans, but we got this fixation on the Joker, right?
You said he should have got one for Remember the Titans
over Training Day. I would have preferred that on the moral tip.
I'm glad you changed that because I was just about. I felt like I was about to fall into that semantics thing, and I was about to get on him about the comparison of crooked cop versus serial killer.
No, I was talking about Denzel Training Day versus the coach.
Role. So you changed the marker. So now we.
Yeah, I'm saying when people could win roles for having uplifting and positive roles, we seem to be more attracted to giving them.
But that's a different conversation.
For being depraved.
That's a different conversation because this dude doesn't have any uplifting roles. The conversation is
about. I know other acting.
He got mad other acting, but it's not on the basis of Denzel in Training Day versus a Denzel in Titans or fucking movie.
What I was saying was we could have somebody with a positive role could have got that Golden Globe instead.
I don't know who was
serial killer. Right?
I don't know who all was in the.
My favorite winner was
that was the first
category.
That wasn't the first movie about somebody playing that character too.
Playing that,
they are mad. They made a lot of Dahmer and like there's a lot of movies about serial killers, period.
Yeah, that shit crazy,
well, what about the Joker? The Joker, 2 people won Oscars for playing the Joker, who's a maniac who kills people.
But that's also a comic book character. Yeah, it's very different.
It's fiction.
It's superbly different because there are no real-time victims to the Joker's killings. But there are fucking
how you think the victims' families feel when they see a motherfucking actor winning a fucking award for a motherfucker that killed they fucking like relatives, bro? Like that shit crazy.
This nigga killed my child, and the dude
that's portraying him is winning awards. That's pretty fucked up, bro. That brings on a lot of trauma, bro.
So
that shit would never be held.
There should be automatic, regardless of performance. Should there be automatic barriers then for the types of roles you can win awards for?
Yeah.
All right, well that's a Pandora's box, but I ain't mad at it.
It's just a code of like.
It is a Pandora's box, but okay. So if you're making a movie about a serial killer for educational purposes, or you trying to, I don't want to say educate, or you trying to inform people theatrically about some shit that happened with a serial killer, that's one thing. If you glorifying a serial killer and making it look like these are real victims, these are real human victims whose families
mutilated bodies, bro.
Word up, they families and shit gotta see this shit like
vats of acid and shit, bro. Like
now at the same time,
he was boiling bones.
Before you do this, because I kind of know you and I know you would do this. Before you do this, before you say.
Before I say what?
No. All right, never mind.
I wasn't even gonna say that, bro.
Never mind.
That movie was sick.
But
bro.
You get what I'm saying.
So who decides what?
That's what I knew you was about to say.
So what? Any. Who decides? Nigga? How about that? I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I guarantee you, if he was killing a bunch of white folk, he wouldn't won no fucking award.
Oh man! Oh shit! You just made me think about Ted K.
I mean, Ted Danson is pretty fucking famous.
What did Ted Danson do?
People. The Manson. No, Danson. Yeah, Ted Danson, right? The cannibal nigga. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, hell no. You talking about? Ted Danson, the actor?
Nah, they did.
Man, here we go with this dark shit again.
Hold on.
Look.
Niggas talk about serial killers.
Let's move off serial killers real quick because Just ready to slap
God damn, man.
This ain't that far away, but TK, you know who that is?
The little murdering nigga?
The race. Well, he said he ain't murdered nobody.
Man, that nigga, he had something to do with that shit. Why would you run?
So he had something to do with it, right? So I don't know if I even got this shit in my phone.
What's it meant, Charles
That nigga said, I decided to do
You
the
meant
race.
Charles Manson. I knew what you meant. I was giving you a hard
I had to
time.
look at it real quick.
That niggas was bumping that song hard.
Okay, here we
bro.
go. Here we go.
TK.
He made that song The Race. He was on
It's a young kid that just got.
Hold on. What is that? Why is it doing that?
Yo. Is that my mic?
Bang, bang.
It was
Young kid, he did something when he was younger and just got busted for it now, but he made a song about it that got him.
No,
popular,
they did a robbery, and somebody ended up getting killed in the robbery. And
he was meant about being
when
tried,
he was like 15,
as an
16,
adult.
like hella
too.
young,
some shit like that. So he was on the run from the police for that shit, and he made the song "The Race,"
And that's
where he
what
was
got
like
popular.
dancing woo woo woo. So this is a
Niggas
tweet.
be snitching on it.
This is a tweet that he put out. I bet if I was a little white kid, they wouldn't have gave me no 55 years for a crime I was alleged to play the most insignificant role in when I was 16. They would have rightfully argued that my mind wasn't fully developed and gave me rehabilitation and a first chance at adulthood.
Because he got sentenced to like 50, 40,
55.
55 years.
55. Before we go dig into that, the other
I
part
think he's
of
like
it,
17 still, right? He's still underage, or he 18 now? Or?
before we dig into that, the other part of it is one of my co-defendants was a white girl who was 16, just like me. They didn't certify her as an adult, but they certified me and Pimp, well, I guess when it's co-Ds, as an adult. Pimp got 30, I got 55. She ended up getting 10 years of probation, and she's at home right now.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Well, that's all from his mouth. So, I'm sure that's how he see the situation.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're going to do the thing, and then you're going to blow up off of bragging or reenacting or re-talking about doing the thing, even if you coding it or whatever. I mean, it's, he young, so I'm not saying, like, he understands this, but, like, you bring in a certain amount of, like he made himself a target. If he really was the lowest person in there, he probably put himself into the highest target zone by, blowing up off of, I don't know if you want to call it a reenactment or a retelling or whatever about that event. So it's like, if he didn't do that, do you think he would have got 55 years? I mean, I probably doubt it.
Did they use? I wonder if they used his
it's
lyrics
his fault.
against him.
I don't know what the situation is, what his role is or anything, but I'm saying, like, I wish somebody would have been on his side to tell him that to make yourself a target in that situation in that way is not a good idea.
But see, that's the thing. I agree with you on that. I don't know. We speculating whether or not he might have got
hella speculating. Yeah.
55 years.
And we don't even know if what he's saying is all the way the truth.
Well, I mean, it's easy to check. But if old girl was a part of it and she is at the crib right now and the niggas is doing 55 and 30 years, but like the thing is, what I agree with you on is the 55 could be directly based off of him going like platinum off of like.
I mean, out of three of them, it sound like Pimp must have had the bigger hand. That's what it sound like. What he's saying.
Well,
he said who had the smallest role.
Yeah,
in the thing.
So he's saying he had the smallest role in it.
Right, but a young man, he would say.
How is he determining what the smallest role is?
Probably because he felt like he was the youngest nigga. He wasn't the nigga in charge. Probably.
Well, he was stupid for running.
So
bro.
who pulled the trigger?
I haven't
so
looked into the
that's
case.
what I'm saying. So we will have to look into the case to see who pulled the trigger. Now, if he pulled the trigger, that's the biggest role, period. Because you pulling the trigger is what caused somebody to lose their life.
It don't matter if somebody orders you.
But I don't want to throw that on him because I don't know the case like that. So I don't know if they're accusing him of pulling the trigger or what. But for some reason, he got more time than everybody, which is 55 fucking years.
That's probably because he ran too.
Ran and made a song about it and got like the race was popping. Right. I mean that
shit was on the radio like
shit.
You literally throwing up a middle finger to these niggas that's trying to catch you. So when they catch you,
like the wanted
they gonna remember that shit, nigga. They're gonna gonna remember this once
they're gonna make an
you.
example out.
You realize they can find your ass, right?
You killed somebody, like.
But I guess maybe honestly,
you allegedly
16,
killed somebody. I don't know if he got charged with this shit.
16, 17 is so young, bro. He may not have even really realized that they could have. I don't know, bro. I don't know what the story is.
16 coming up in the viral era is a motherfucking beast. Another motherfucking beast on its own.
It warps your sense of reality in the first place.
Yeah, imagine being 16.
Oh man, bro, with all this.
I wasn't that mentally yet, bro.
Just for attention. So the race got him attention. It got him like.
You got him hella attention. Yo, that shit
right?
had like millions of views.
That shit.
That shit.
Everybody like, he really on the run. He really on the run.
He really
on the run.
Okay, now real nigga, do your real ass time.
55 is tough.
That's tough.
As a 19, 18
that's
year
tough.
old, that's hard, bro.
That's tough.
Real tough, bro.
That's tough.
You gonna be at Morgan Freeman by the time you get off, bro. That's tough.
I mean, you know what? I could empathetically, I do feel.
And I do believe if he was a white boy, it probably would have went differently.
Empathetically, I do feel how he feel to be knowing that this girl is sitting at the crib chilling, and you doing 55. But
what if this nigga was a mastermind? We don't know.
Man,
somebody
snitched on somebody. That's probably why she got that. That's probably why she's sitting at home right now. She probably snitched on that nigga. That's probably why she's sitting at home right now.
That's a possibility.
That's why probably. That's really why she probably sitting there. Because why would you make a song and run, bro? You
First
just want motherfuckers to feel sorry for you.
Why would you do a robbery with a white girl?
Yeah, number one. Yeah,
she probably gave him the intel where a nigga was going to be.
Probably.
She probably set it up. She was an accomplice. If that nigga, either him or Pimp, was pulling the trigger, apparently.
Hey man.
I wasn't there. I don't know, nigga.
You gotta listen, man. You listen. Niggas watch hella movies about bank robberies and all that shit. Them shits be movies, but that shit be kind of based off some real shit. I don't condone doing crime, my nigga. What I'm gonna say is, whatever you doing, you have to pick the right team for that shit.
Hell yeah.
Man,
motherfuckers can't be informers and spraying that shit out.
The more money and situations you got, you can't really control how it's going to go when shit don't go right. If your plan go perfect, but everybody going to start thinking about self when the plan don't go right.
1,000%. But that's why if you doing some shit like that, like, yo, listen, what type of robbery team is that? 2 young black dudes and a white girl and a young white girl.
It's the kind of robbery team you would expect from this. It's the kind you would expect from this generation right now. Probably not super.
What year did this shit happen? Was it 2017 or something?
I'm not sure.
Well, I know he was 16, I believe, at the time, and I think it was a few years ago. So he got to be like 19 or 20 by now.
Hey, before we run out of time,
are we already out of time?
A dude robbed a restaurant.
Oh, the dude that killed him?
Yeah, in Texas with a fake gun.
Wait, what?
Yeah, one of the customers killed his
One of the customers killed, an old white dude killed him.
You whipping out fake guns in an open carry state?
They didn't even know it was a fake gun. Like, dude, he took the money and shit, and he was on his way out the door. The picture looks crazy, because while he's on his way out the door, this bald-headed white dude, you see him aiming the pistol at him. He shot him 8 times. He shot him like 7 times, and then
before he went out the back door.
No, they were in a restaurant.
Oh, in a restaurant.
While his back was turned.
His back was turned, he was on his way out of the restaurant, and dude was sitting in a chair behind where he was walking past.
Like a citizen.
Listen, 7 times he shot him, and then got up and shot towards his head for like the 8th time or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Should he get off?
Nah.
Should he get off?
No, because he was walking, because he did the crime, but he was walking away. That's the thing. They don't look at that shit, bro.
But he'll probably get manslaughter or something.
They're already trying to argue it real tough. They're saying that you can't tell him he can't shoot 8 times because he was trying to neutralize the
threat.
Yeah, I mean he's not going to get murdered for that.
It's not a threat.
The threat was walking away though.
The threat was walking away, so it's no longer a threat.
He just wanted to be a hero and shit. Was it a nigga that he killed?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If you take out the racial component, let's say you own an establishment.
Fuck that. He killed that nigga because he was black. He had to shoot that nigga 8 times.
Let him cook.
If somebody come into your establishment that you built up, let's say it's a Indian dude or a white dude or a non-black dude come in your establishment, jack your shit, and one of your customers has a gun, and when he's about to leave with everything that you worked hard for, and the customer takes him out for you, or like you get all your shit back, mind you, I'm sure they got all their shit back at that moment. as the business owner, would you feel like he was helping protect you, or you would be like, nah, you gotta go to jail, you should have just let him go out the door with all my shit because his back was turned? How would you feel?
How would I feel? Yeah. I would have feel.
If you was the owner, the business
for
owner.
one nigga, witnessing somebody get killed is never.
If I was the business owner, I got insurance. And if the nigga's on his way out the door with the shit, then he out the door with the shit. They don't even let you, if you in stores nowadays and somebody come in and take some shit and you work at this store, you can't pursue this motherfucker. You just gotta let the nigga go because of the way the world is now. It's a totally different thing.
Because Texas is wild with that gun law.
Everywhere it's like that. If you're a normal citizen, I'm just talking about the workers. I'm not talking about the people the patrons.
Yeah, for sure.
The workers can't even approach. Back in the day, they could.
Nah, now they can't because they be getting sued for that shit now.
They be getting sued for it because niggas be getting killed.
Into it on Instagram.
Them super workers, and they shouldn't be doing that shit.
They
like,
shouldn't. Honestly, they probably shouldn't.
I know motherfuckers who tried to stop somebody from stealing some shit from a company, and they got fired because that breaks company policy. You're not supposed to chase people,
yeah, just let them take it. You got a no chase policy.
No chase policy.
I'm gonna just walk through. He can't chase me.
But at the end of the day, you would feel like you would rather let him. You'd rather he got away with your stuff. If you're the business owner again, you'd rather he got away with your stuff and live.
Just leave.
So you could do it through the system way to recover.
Exactly. Then having a corpse on the floor.
Don't nobody want to go there.
Right. Having a corpse on the floor of my establishment. A nigga gets shot 8 times in my building, laying on the floor, boom, 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 blood, boom, all this shit. Nah, let him go.
Now you gotta call somebody to come clean that shit up.
You know, only we gonna say that. Ain't nobody gonna be saying that.
Nah, so look, here's my thing.
Oh, man.
You don't, so.
I feel you on the humanity aspect, though. I'm with you on that. I just feel like it's hard to see that actually being a business owner's frame of mind. Maybe they prefer that.
Why not?
He didn't get shot, but would you really be like, I think you should go to jail for taking a dude out that was taken from me?
So I'm not saying that's, so.
I'd be hard to press to think they would think like that. They might, though.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck how that, listen, the overzealousness of destroying life is what the problem is to me.
Now that's facts. I like that.
If he shot him, I see a problem with it, but I don't necessarily see a problem with it. So he shot him and neutralizes when you hit the ground. The video shows after he hit the ground and after he shot him multiple times, got up and then shot at the head. That was like execution. Like, I'm making sure this nigga dead. Then he picked up the gun, realized it was fake, and threw it. Like, so now they're talking about like, well, the lawyers are saying like, well, he has to live with the fact that he took a life. Yo, he didn't just take a life. He overkilled. 8 shots is overkill.
Yeah, I mean, if the police got the excuse of I fear for my life or I was trying to protect valuable property, No. Open carry man. This is a white man that shot the black kid?
No, but he didn't fear for his life.
From what we see in the video.
Of course. So what else we got to?
I'm not.
Yo, so listen. If a nigga walk past you, bruh, if a nigga done robbed everybody in this motherfucker, he ain't slapped nobody with the pistol, he ain't hurt nobody. He just took the money and he on his way out the door. You feel like your life threatening a nigga on his way out the door?
I mean,
not generally.
Yes
or no?
Yeah,
do you feel like your life is being threatened if somebody is walking away from you?
Not based off of the scenario.
Fuck that. Fuck all that extra semantics.
I don't know.
So if a nigga,
nigga.
This is what I'm saying. If somebody walking away from you, you feel like they're a threat to you because they walking away.
Did they just threaten to kill me before that?
They're gonna shoot you from behind.
Did they just threaten to kill me before that?
The nigga took money from people and started
with a gun in their face, right?
Yo, listen, nigga. The nigga took money from people and started walking out the door. He's a threat to you.
I can't guarantee you I would not feel unthreatened. No, I might feel threatened if he had a gun in my face. He had a gun in my face 3 seconds before that, just because he turned his back. What? Until he's out the building and away, because he could go out the building, come back and spray me up, nigga. What do you mean? I'm just trusting that this nigga's done. Oh, he's done now. He's done. Man. He had a gun in my face 5 seconds ago, but he's done.
First of all, he didn't have a gun in your face. He didn't have a gun in your face, nigga. He robbed the place and he walking out. You in danger. Cause he walking out, you in danger.
I gave him my answer.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Possibly, nigga.
Fuck out of here. What type of weirdo ass shit is that?
What the fuck? You just gonna trust a nigga ain't gonna come back around and shoot you, nigga?
Weirdo
When he just had a gun out to rob everybody?
That's weirdo shit, nigga. He on the way out the door, nigga.
You hella trusting of that man. I don't know that man like that.
How was that trusting by seeing a nigga walking out the door?
I'm not saying I'm gonna shoot him. You asked me if I feel like I'm still threatened. Nigga. I would still feel threatened.
So you still feel threatened by a nigga walking?
Until he's gone, and I'm sure.
All right, I got it.
30, 90 seconds and no shots. He's not back.
I got it.
Then
a nigga turning his back on you still threatens you. I got it.
He's not even out the store yet. He not even gone, nigga. He's still there. Yes. Until he's gone, then yes. I don't know why you. Oh no, that's weird. That's weird to you that a nigga that just threatened up the whole place with a gun, not even outside the store, and I feel safe all of a sudden.
Can't be threatened by a back turned to him.
I don't got a gun. He got a gun, nigga. Look, bow. Look at this. With my back turned, bow, nigga. I could die like that.
What the fuck?
You laughing at an easy death?
What, you in the Matrix, nigga?
You laughing?
He Mr. Robinson. He gonna shoot you from the back. He got a hand on his back. He gonna shoot you that way.
Nigga.
This is a discussion that we need to roll up into the next episode.
Weirdo.
I want that nigga to be gone down the block, way away. That nigga got his back turned with a gun in his hand. Yeah, I still. All right,
we got it. We got it. You threatened by a back.
I ain't got a gun though. If I got a gun, maybe you're not. I'll just shoot the nigga like that.
All right.
I don't know, bruh. I don't know. It's all hypothetical.
All right, nigga.
I want to see you have a nigga walk out the spot. Oh, he good. He good, y'all. He good. He got his back turned. He good. Let him go.
I want to see you have a nigga walk out and
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You talking about weirdo shit. I'm trying to protect my life, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
You a weirdo, nigga. So
you're trying to save mine.
Social media.
K Bridges live on all platforms. KBridgesLive.com. Follow me everywhere.
Weirdo.
That ain't even cool, bro, nigga. I'm worried about protecting my shit. I don't know what you talking about. Nigga got his back turned, let him walk out the fuck with the gun in his hand.
Let me do my socials.
Let him do his socials, nigga. Shut your ass up.
Hashtag socials, nigga. Let's go.
It's your boy Just Trax. That's JUSTRAXX. KB gotta watch his back.
I gotta watch everybody else back there, nigga.
Go ahead, man. I can't even do my socials, man.
Yo, these niggas crazy. Yo, www.LeronMC.com.
I'm walking out first today, yo.
Yo, shut the fuck up, nigga. www.LeronMC.com. That's LaRonemcee. This is Crab Conversations, episode 120. We will catch y'all next week. Peace, power, respect. Don't feel threatened by a nigga's back.
We're gonna put the poll up on Twitter, y'all. Till next week.
Poll up on Twitter. Fuck out of here, nigga.